I'm just busy just enjoying this food, dude. I can't even talk properly. This is just the worst taste ever. Why are you laughing, girl?
Oh, because you're so funny looking. Hey everyone, I'm Flo, and Dude is behind the camera, but you know, Dude will interject when he wants to.
Yo.
As always, my written recipes are available to my patrons on Patreon, and you can find out more information in the link below. So let's get started. We are making a shortcut Malaysian beef rendang. And essentially it is a dry curry, so it's not saucy like other curries. It is originally from Indonesia, but a group of people from Indonesia migrated to Malaysia and brought this recipe to Malaysia. So a lot of Malaysians eat beef rendang now.
Sounds good.
And since your family, Dude's family, is originally from Malaysia, and since my mother-in-law no longer makes paste from scratch, and she uses a paste from a packet, I'm going to do the same. So this particular brand, she used to bring back from her trips to Malaysia, but it's now available here, which is great. Another reason why I'm choosing to use a paste is because a lot of the ingredients that go into a Malaysian curry are ingredients that aren't necessarily easy to find. Like even today, I wanted to add a couple more pieces of lemongrass into my curry, but there was no lemongrass to be found. So lemongrass, galangal, kaffir lime leaves, tamarind paste, all of these items are available in Asian supermarkets, but not always. And I do find if I am making something from scratch, I'm running from Asian market to Asian market to Asian market to find all the ingredients. So to make it easier, getting a paste, you know, you're going to get all the flavor, and yeah, it's a little bit of a shortcut, but if you want authentic, there are a ton of authentic recipes out there. So I am going to add a few more ingredients and not just rely on the paste. And again, if we had lemongrass today, I would have thrown a couple of stalks of that in there as well. But I'm just going to get started with a couple of shallots and 3 cloves of garlic that I'm going to mince. I'm going to chop these up. And the paste is quite spicy, so I'm not going to add any more spiciness to it.
Thanks.
That's it.
My stomach thanks you.
But you're the one who's always asked me to bump up the heat.
Hey, where'd you go? Oh.
Turning the pot on. Just turning it on saute, normal. We're going to chop up our shallots. And I'm just crushing the garlic a little bit so I can take the skin off. So according to my mother-in-law, when they start to sprout, you want to remove that green piece in the middle because it can make your garlic bitter.
It's hot.
Thanks. Okay, we're gonna add tablespoon of vegetable oil. Just making sure that the bottom of the pot is covered. And we're going to add the shallots. We're just going to cook this until they just start to brown. Shallots are the base to a lot of Malaysian curries. So, but if you don't have shallots, you can always just cut up an onion and throw that in there instead. Okay, so I've been stir frying this for about 2 minutes. I'm going to add my garlic now, and that's 3 cloves of garlic minced. Okay, so this you're just gonna stir for another 30 seconds after you added the garlic until they're fragrant. Then we're gonna add the paste. Putting in the whole pack. Now this makes a lot. So if you're not cooking for a whole family, you may want to cut it down, like cut the recipe in half. You can always just use half the paste and then save the other half for another time. We're gonna let that cook for 3 to 4 minutes. It smells so good.
Whoa, that is very
pungent.
Strong in a good way.
All right, it's been about 3 minutes. I'm gonna turn it off. Does that cancel?
Yes.
And we're gonna deglaze the bottom of the pot. So I have half a cup of water. I'll just use a quarter cup. Nope, adding the other. Yep, half a cup of water. And you want to get all the bits off because otherwise your pot's not going to come to pressure because it thinks it's burning at the bottom. So make sure you deglaze it really well. Okay, I have about 3 pounds of short rib, boneless short rib, cut into about 1.5 to 2 inch cubes. I'm just going to add it in here and we're going to mix it up. Make sure all the pieces are covered. I'm going to add the full can of coconut milk.
So I don't know if you guys can tell, but that pungent paste is so pungent that it's actually making us cough and tear up.
So if you're making this at home and you have an opportunity to cook it under a vent, please do that. We don't have that luxury here, but we're gonna have to air out our apartment. Too sweet. I just also wanted to mention that this is my preferred brand of coconut milk. And no, not all canned coconut milk is the same. So this is my favorite, Roy D. And the paste that we use for Malaysian style cooking is by Teens Gourmet. And both of these items are actually available on Amazon now.
Pretty
Who
cool.
knew?
Who
Not
knew?
just your Asian market.
And we'll put those links in the description below.
Yep. It took about 10-15 minutes for it to come up to pressure and we cooked it for 30 minutes on high pressure and then I just quick released the pressure. Let's see what we have. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. Oh, it smells so good. So if you wanted to, you could still eat the curry just like this. But like I said, beef rendang is a dry curry. So what I'd like to do is reduce this. And it'll probably take about 20 minutes for it to reduce to the consistency that I would like. We're just gonna let the rest of the liquid reduce down. So can you tell the difference from earlier when it was
Yes.
just saucy? So this is considered a dry curry. Like it's not as soupy and the curry kind of clings to the meat. Oh, my mouth is watering.
That looks amazing. That 30 minutes of saute made all the difference. Like the color changed dramatically.
Yeah. So that's what you want is this dark brown color. Even though it seems to have taken a long time to make this with the Instant Pot because you're cooking it for 30 minutes and then you have it on saute mode on high for 30 minutes to reduce the sauce. If you were to make it traditionally over the stovetop, it would take several hours. So this is still quick compared to making it from scratch without an Instant Pot.
And all that's left to do
It's time for
Oh, sorry. The taste. I'm excited about this because Flo doesn't cook me a whole lot of Malaysian food. Only for other people when she was learning. that's another
this-
story.
yeah.
All right, let's do this. The beef looks nice and tender, and the sauce sticking onto the beef, which is fantastic. All hot. Whoa. That same sauce that was so pungent that it made us cough is totally infused into the meat. Okay, these are just poor chopstick skills.
Well, you know what? Most Malaysians eat with a fork and spoon on a plate.
Oh yeah, so this is not legit. Pardon my etiquette to all my fellow Malaysians out there. Yeah, it's usually on a plate, on a dinner plate with fork and spoons, and we use our fork and spoons to tear apart the meat and then grab a whole bunch in a spoon and shovel in. Such a very efficient way to eat. Deep infusion of flavors. Nice texture, nice and tender.
Is it spicy?
Right, you know, I was prepared to like get blasted by lava spice, but it's just a really deep, complex flavor.
All right, thanks, dude. I love introducing new flavors to you, and I hope by using a packaged paste, you can enjoy it easily as well. A small portion of this using stew meat in a restaurant can cost about $20 a plate. Meanwhile, I was able to make this for the whole family, plus we'll have leftovers for less than $35. And that includes the meat, and I use short rib. Like, that's a lot, right?
Better than eating out, dude.
Definitely better than eating out. If you don't already, please subscribe to my channel below. You can check out my recipe book here and more recipes over there. Till next time, be simple, ordinary, and joyful.